What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing, guys? What's up? What's up? I know this was supposed to be at 10 o'clock. I know Football and Chill is every Wednesdays, but today it's a special edition of Football and Chill. Why is it special? We're gonna find out in a few minutes. First of all, shout out to my boy Veda as always. And shout out to Adam as always. Adam is here. Akao is gonna join us
Yeah,
in a
I'm
few
here.
minutes.
I
Yeah.
thought
So
I
look,
thought I'll come in with a special occasion, so I thought I might as well change my profile picture for the since it's a special occasion.
yeah, let me see. Oh, I can see what you're doing. I can see what you're doing.
Uh,
I can see what you're doing. Look, guys. Welcome. Let me just see that there's a comment here. McLovin, yeah. I know you're watching us on the other podcast with HH, and I know you were laughing because we came there to cook Madrid fans. Look, guys, we're gonna cook. We're gonna cook today. I have the master chef today. Uh, cow who's going to cook based on finances, based on the economic power shift in football. Then we have the chef all the way from Canada, Veta, who's going to cook based on facts he sees on Twitter. He's going to hit back. Madrid fans already buying jerseys of Mbappe. Now I don't know if you're going to get a refund. Then we've got the chef all the way from the UK, Adam, who's here to put more spice and salt on the wounds of the Madrid fans. Look, guys, the topic today is Mbappe. As we've all seen on Twitter, as we've all seen in the news, Mbappe has rejected Madrid. So, Carl, what do you think? Did you ever see this coming? Because I didn't see this coming at all.
See, Patrick, the moment that I heard that uh, Macron, French president, had called him and talked about the fact that Paris is the host city for the Olympics and is a France in the face of French football. The moment I heard that the Emir of Qatar had called him and they talked to him in Qatar, I knew something was going to happen, man. And I told my friend Ty, remember my friend Ty, right? And I said, Ty, this was like a week ago. I said, Ty, I don't think this guy's going to Madrid, man. He's a Madrid fan, he's a Chelsea fan. I'm like, he's not going to Madrid. Ty's like, no, he's going to go to Madrid. I'm like, I don't think he's going to Madrid, man. I think he's going to stay at PSG. You can't say no to your president of your country. You can't say no to all the things that are around you. The kid's going to stay. And here we are today. Man.
Yeah, man. Look, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm a simple man. I'm a very simple man. I wake up in the morning. I go and get the kids ready, get them ready for school. I go get them to brush the teeth together. We brush the teeth as a family, and we go make I make my coffee, make the kids breakfast, take them to school. I have a shower, come back, have a shower, go to work. Simple man. I don't like anything on my ice cream. I just eat vanilla ice cream. I don't like other flavors. I don't like anything cake, but what I love in my life is when I see a giant being killed. This is
I
what I
hate
love.
chocolate
That's
too.
yeah. So you see, yeah, you see. I love agendas. This is agendas must run, as Hamza says. The God Hamza, agendas must run. So the agenda is going to run. So I can see Madrid fans. You're already starting to comment a lot on my tweets, but go ahead, keep on commenting. Some of you are trying to save face, and we're also going to discuss the embarrassment by La Liga, such a big league trying to snitch on PSG. And
I
I said it on one. I was saying on one of the podcasts. Runs deep. Neymar, one of the big assets, was taken away from them by by
Messi as well.
Liga, yeah, and PSG. Then Messi, a big asset, was taken away. This is not just because of Mbappe. This runs deep. So before I get to Adam, because I know Adam has got a lot of spice, I'm gonna start with you, Vera. So, what do you think of this news? Do you think there's a power shift in the world right now, like in the world of football?
There, there's been a power shift from time. It's not. This isn't something new. This has been brewing for a minute now, and especially the Real Madrids or the quote unquote legacy clubs have been fretting days like this for a long time because they were the ones splashing cash back in the day. They were the ones that were able to do it early, do it successfully, and have the legacy to carry on. So when you have other clubs that are trying to get in the mix, trying to compete, and obviously have to spend to do it, you have the legacies that are trying to slow that down. Let me minimize as much competition as I can have, and they can't do it anymore. They can't do it anymore. So there's a lot of hurt feelings right here. I think I think what the message needs to be seen and understood is that everybody wants to compete. Everybody wants to compete. PSG wants to compete. And what they're doing is to leverage their power to compete. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not mad at it at all. There's a lot of hurt feelings, especially from the fan base. They're coming up with all kind of side side stories and all kind of theories and calculations on why he turned them down, and they want to place it all on money. It's not all on money because what's also missed, and I put it in a tweet. There's going to be future tweets coming out. Players are looking to establish their own legacy, and
Yeah.
sometimes that legacy doesn't attach to a club that has its legacy. It's to bring a
Yes.
legacy to
Preach.
a club.
Preach.
and
Amen.
and we're
Keep
seeing
preaching.
that firsthand. We're seeing, even if we want to go back to our early stars, if we want to look at that magical season when Silva came to us, when Yaya came to us, when Aguero came to us, right? If we want to look at moments like that, Tevez and Balotelli, if we want to look at players coming to a club that quote unquote don't have the European history, but they
Yeah.
want to make the mark there, and that's where
Heritage.
I
Yeah.
see the motivation. They want to dismiss it with Mbappe. They're going to want to dismiss it and say it's only for the money. But no, the man has an opportunity to bring legacy to a club that let's be honest isn't there, and he wants to elevate it. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him to take this on as a mission.
Yeah. And this means that it's not only Haaland who rejected them. I'm sorry. Some of you say no. We are. He will be. But I don't care. He rejected you. You hear that, Madrid fans? Madrid fans, I know why you're hurt because you guys are one of those kids who, when they are growing up, I don't know if Carl maybe better, maybe Adam is younger, but for me back in the days when you never had so many toys, but there's always one kid in your street who had the ball. He had the first basketball. We never saw a basketball that time in my life, and we're like, oh my god, he's got basketball. One of those kids that have everything they get. But once one
Yeah.
of the kids gets a PS1 before him, they would go crazy because they got rejected by their parents to get that, but somebody else has it. What's happening here at Madrid is you guys got whatever you wanted. You always went to other teams and robbed people's players. Beckham, you went to rob him. The guy Hernandez, whatever his name is, used to come from the bench at United. You went to rob it. Adebayo, you went to rob Adebayo. You went to drop Van Nistelrooy. You robbed everybody from everybody's team. You guys went to United,
Even
Liverpool.
Michael
You didn't
Owen
care.
as well.
Yeah, you didn't care. You went there and robbed them. Michael Owen could have won a UCL at Liverpool. Liverpool had a European pedigree, but you guys went to rob him. Man United had European pedigree, but you robbed them. So you guys were saying we're the best, but now because somebody has moved you, this is like a situation where you're in a club and somebody bumps you, and then you're like, what the hell are you doing? And you look back and it's some big guy, and you're like, oh, it's so good. You guys right now are not the biggest guys on the playground. So Adam, what do you think? There's a lot of tears from Man United, from Madrid fans, and I can see
You know why,
you've
Patrick?
collected so many
I'm
tears. So yeah, go ahead.
hey, I'm loving every single bit of it. Cause listen, Real Madrid and this that useless idiot in charge of La Liga, yeah, that what, yeah, Tebas. Cause this man I absolutely hate, yeah. This man, the amount of countless time he's been talking absolute shit about us, yeah, the Premier League in general, yeah, PSG, yeah, and all of us, yeah. I've been holding it inside. You know when somebody punches you and then you've been holding it inside. I've been holding it inside for several years, yeah. And now that Mbappe has rejected them, you know what's the funny part is? Ever since what's the name, Ronaldo, yeah, Ronaldo was the last string, yeah. When he was there, La Liga had somewhat good of a viewership, but since Ronaldo left that league, that viewership has been going down. You know what the funny part is? The last time when they played the El Clasico, I was watching an Aston Villa game, yeah, rather than watching an El Clasico. That's how you know that I even forgot about an El Clasico. I was busy watching an Aston Villa game rather than watching an El Clasico. That says a lot.
Yeah, it says a lot, and that hurt it. And you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to. Let me just read a few comments, and I'll go to Gundo. I know he's itching to go on the finance side of this, and also tell people, because people are blinded. People have been blinded. Remember when we signed Haaland? Madrid reports started coming out, and Fab said these are lies. Or he's injured. Or he's not good enough. Or this is what's happened. That's why we rejected. So Mbappe rejects Madrid, then scores a hat trick. Yeah. It hurts, doesn't it? It hurts, doesn't it? La Liga in the mud. La Liga in the mud. That's why they wrote that letter. Because it's right now. Let me ask a question also before Carl comes in. Why would I go watch La Liga? Who am I going to watch La Liga? What am I going to watch La Liga for? Benzema? No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to watch La Liga for Benzema. Who's
No,
Here's the
Patrick.
problem.
You,
Patrick,
you know
you
what
bring
the
up a
funny
great
part is?
point.
I find is
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I find it funny how you got Real Madrid fans telling Premier League fans, yeah, to go sign up to Amazon Prime $7.99 to watch a league that's who what am I gonna watch? Diego Aspas. Fam, if you put me in that La Liga side, I could probably score against Cadiz and all of these ones. I'm telling you,
Uh, you,
I,
you,
I,
you, came,
I
you,
could
you
probably
came the
score.
next to smoke, isn't it? You want the smoke. You want the smoke. There's a
Yes,
comment here. The
Madrid
arrogance
fans are,
from
hey,
Real Madrid and Liga fans is shocking. Yeah, it's because they're entitled, man. They feel like they can get whatever they want. I'm so happy Mbappe stayed. Apparently, Real Madrid is football heritage. Salah to Madrid incoming. Look, for me, if Madrid are smart, they can go after Salah. I would also go. I also thought PSG that when Mbappe goes, they go after Salah. I would definitely go. Madrid fans, start crying for Salah. I think La
Yeah.
Liga is weak. They just have to take the L. They have taken the best players from the PL for years. Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, Henry, Beckham. The PL never complained. Yeah, that's a good point by I'm gonna go to Carl now. That's a good point by Daniel. I never heard any of the PL teams complain. They just gave away these players and say, "Fine, you go." Did the Premier League say we're going to snitch on Barcelona? We're going to snitch on Madrid? Did we, Carl? Carl, come on.
I mean, I know Veda had a point first. Veda, you have a point you want to make before I
Yeah,
go?
go ahead, Veda. Yeah, go ahead, Veda.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, La Liga shot themselves in the foot because for so many years they just touted the league as Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah.
So for so many years, it's come see us, and you're touting in your head.
I think
Now,
he's frozen there, isn't it?
am I frozen?
You're back.
no,
You're back. You're back.
you're there,
Okay, I
you're
was
back.
just saying. So La Liga for so long were promoting, headlining Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, right? Like that's what they
Yeah.
were touting their league to be. And now both players are gone, and now they're trying to rebrand by bringing in stars from outside the league.
Mm.
So Mbappe's made his choice. He's like, not now. what you're offering me, what the attraction is, what the project is. I don't want it. I don't want it right now. So they got to hold it.
Yeah, but McLovin says we forgot
Yeah.
Mbappe was born in Paris and he's French and he learned to play
So,
football in born in Paris suburbs.
so
For him, he wants to win the Champions League with PSG, which
yeah.
is a great look. That's how
I,
winning the Champions League with PSG is a better achievement than winning with Madrid. It'll just be another UCL, but with the first
Patrick,
ever.
this is what we're talking about, right, guys? Right, the two
Legacy.
The two hottest strikers right now, the two major guys in world football right now, right, undoubtedly, are Kylian Mbappe and Erling Braut Haaland, right? The two guys, right? These two boys have gone to clubs where they have a tie. They have a tie with them, right? Kylian stays at Paris, born in Paris, Paris boy, all that kind of stuff, right? France, etc. Erling Braut Haaland goes to Man City, where he grew up as a fan of, where his father played, right, for. So they've gone to those two clubs. So it's not just about money alone. There's a reason why they're going there, right? One is Paris boy, France. The other is City, supporting the club, and also the Guardiola factor as well. Those are the two hottest guys, which Barcelona wanted, which Real Madrid wanted, which they didn't get.
Yeah.
So when we look at all this stuff that Madrid are talking about, yes, Madrid are a fantastic team. They have a legacy, they have the heritage. But the heritage only gets you so far. It's like my old uncle, right, who's now 67 years old, right? He talks about the old days, the old days. All these are great. But today, the Generation Z boys, it's what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
I want to see you play against the best and the biggest. I want to see you play with Messi. I want to see you play against Van Dijk. I want to see, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see you play against Cadiz and the Huesca. I don't want to see that. Right? Seriously, what's the point? You batter Cadiz and Huesca. You batter Deportivo La Coruña. All fair play to them. They were a good club in the past. I want to see you play against Liverpool and Van Dijk. I want to see if you can play against Chelsea's backline. I want to see how you play against a low block in the Premier League, Erling Haaland. I want to see if you can break the Haaland of Liverpool, right? In the Champions League, let's see if Mbappe can help PSG get to the final and win the Champions League. Paris,
which is a better achievement than winning Madrid another Champions League.
Right. That's so true, Patrick. You know why it's a better achievement? Because look at Ronaldo. Ronaldo has won them everything. But yeah, do you see the way that some Real Madrid fans disrespect him? Even Gareth Bale, he's won their 4 Champions League trophies. Yeah,
Casillas,
the goals that he scored.
Or whatever, like that keeper.
Casillas as well. That's what I'm saying to you. I was so happy that Mbappe stayed because the Real Madrid fans here and Real Madrid in general as a club here, they are ungrateful. No matter what you do, yeah, they will spit it back in your face. That's why I was one of the most happiest person when Mbappe stayed.
Mikey. So now that we know that Kylian, by the way, Adam, I love that song. That's something Adwa Kylian Mbappe. I love
Kylian
that song.
Mbappe. I had to take a mic on Twitter.
Right? But Mikey, so now that we know Kylian's not going to Real Madrid, right? And we know that Real Madrid are going to try and fill that spot. We have Salah, Mane, Sterling, and Mahrez, right? Somebody's going to have to fill that spot, man.
All right.
What's going to end up happening?
With everything happening now, this is my opinion. I think because Real Madrid was really pushing for Haaland. We know that because the camp talk. Mbappe Mama talk what happened that the both contract was very similar. That means that they were pushing just like PSG. No, I think they will push harder for the next target. I think they want that Galactico signing, somebody to come in to make a statement. And is it Sterling? I highly doubt it. I don't think Sterling is gonna wow any crowd or any fan in Madrid. I think they're gonna push hard for Salah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they're gonna want him to make a statement in the transfer market, just like City, just like PSG, because to them they think City and PSG ruin, football in general, and I think they're gonna push hard now, and Liverpool gonna be in a lot of trouble.
The funny thing,
Mikey, let me ask Mikey something, Carl, since he wasn't here before. But this whole thing of the La Liga president, this foolish man, who I call a very foolish man, who talks for no apparent reason. There was a point made here by somebody saying the Premier League never cried when the stars were taken. Never cried. when Ronaldo was taken. Premier League never cried. I never saw them snitching. When Gareth Bale was the record for
Prized
the
away.
British player was broken, did anybody cry? When these guys broke records after records, and this La Liga allowed Barcelona to spend a lot of money on Dembele, 18 on Dembele, all this, nobody cried. So why are they saying people are ruining football? Where were they? Where was his voice, this foolish man, when people were ruining his thing? Yeah.
This how they do stuff. It's just like the media. It's just like like how Trump would have said fake news, and cause he knows the media have an impact on the people. And Real Madrid is a symbol of football, and they have a media. Now, whatever they say will infiltrate the minds of people and paint a different narrative than what is. They're not gonna accept the fact that they actually lost to PSG and Manchester City. They ain't gonna do that. So they go trying to do some stands to make a public appearance, to make they don't look too bad. You know what I mean? Because the mama says Real Madrid offered the same contract. So if he had accepted, hold on, what happened? So if he had accepted, so what I'm saying now, if he had accepted Real Madrid offer, that means he never ruined it. He wasn't ruining football, because it's the same kind of money. The mama says it's the same thing. So it's just up to the player to choose. So you're telling me now, if he had accepted Real Madrid, that mean, so what? No, what? He signed at the best club, the best European royalty, and he never ruined football.
Yeah,
so that wouldn't be the case. That wouldn't be the case.
He's chosen heritage and he's chosen football. If he goes to Real Madrid right now, he's just greedy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You keep saying greedy when the two offer was the same thing. The offer was the same thing. That means ain't no greed in it. There can't be no greed. You get what I'm saying? The money is the same. So how is it that now PSG ruining football? So what I'm saying now, if the money is the same, the wages is the same, the sign-on fee is the same, if he had chose Real Madrid, you wouldn't hear none of these arguments. There wouldn't be no argument.
You wouldn't.
Exactly. So it's not a case where Real Madrid offered him 50 million sign-on fee and PSG offered him 300 million. The mama said the packages are the same.
Mike, the mama's really, really smart, right? Because she released that yesterday, because she already knew what was going to happen today, right? To make sure that all that rumor about the money for PSG was more. No. She dropped it yesterday. It's all strategic. Drop it yesterday in the news, let it percolate, so the evidence is very clear, right? I mean, I'm happy because one, he's a Mbappe, smart guy. All right, compare him to Harry Kane. Harry Kane's the way the whole thing was mismanaged. Right? Think about what completely different. Smart management for a kid who is a talent. He could still go to Madrid in the future. He could still go if he wants to.
Oh yeah.
But what he's done, he's cemented his legacy at Paris, no matter what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just read some of these comments, and then we'll go on and talk about that pathetic letter I just saw by the La Liga. So Jose Forever, welcome, and Jose says PSG have too many egos to win the UCL. They showed that against us. They aren't the team for me. I think going forward with the new owner Mbappe and player/manager Mbappe, I think they might actually do well in the UCL. SSB man, how you doing, SSB man? McLaughlin, everybody, SSB, Daniel, how you doing, all guys? I think Maris might go to Madrid. They can take him if they want. I will drive him to Madrid if they want him. Horsey says Ronaldo is an option for Madrid. Maybe he's an option because Ronaldo cannot go down. We're going to talk about that. That's a good shout. Liga complaint is nonsense. Nothing will happen. Yeah, look, if nothing's going to happen, guess who's the executive on the board? He's the guy who's the president at PSG. He's also an executive on the board of UEFA. So they literally sending the letter to him. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna look at it in the office and say, "I'll get you back later." So he said, remember in the history, Franco for his forced the great Di Stefano to go to Madrid. Yeah, like Madrid could get whatever they want back in the days. Rashford to Madrid, PR statement. McLaughlin, Daniel, I will cut Madrid's hand if they touch Riyadh. Riyad Mahrez, he's got a contract till 2023. So if Madrid comes calling, they need a right winger. I'm pretty sure he would want to go and try something new, So let's just finish his two comments. Same thing as Henry. He might have won it with Barca, sure, cool. But imagine if he won or 6 for Arsenal different. That's right. If only won the Champions League with Arsenal, it hits different. Because when you go, look, let me just be honest with you, right? It's the same thing as Jack Grealish. I'm going to give an example, Jack, because he was a hero at Aston Villa and he was the captain. If Jack won the Premier League with Aston Villa, if it ever happened, I think it's more of an achievement than coming to City or Liverpool, especially Man City, who are consistently winning the Premier League. It's because he's just another player. But if you win, if he took Aston Villa and won them the Premier League, same thing as, let's give an example, Leicester City, where these Jamie Vardy's and Mahrez won them the Premier League. They have a better legacy than majority of players because they won a team that nobody can ever.
Let's not go too far. Imagine if Phil Foden wins us the Champions League versus if Phil Foden wins the Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It hits different.
It hits different.
Because Foden is our Mbappe, isn't it? Foden is our Mbappe. We can say that. That's what we can say. Foden is our Mbappe. Yeah.
I mean, you don't win Young Player of the Year twice in a row without being a star boy.
Wait, Ronaldo and Poch are gone. Wow, what? Ronaldo,
they're gone.
Wow.
They're gone.
So Coach Mbappe has already started sacking people. Wow, Mbappe is fast, isn't he? He sack people, score a hat trick. Wow, reject Madrid. Wow, this kid. You know what I told these guys? By the way, Carl, I said I was on another stream, right? McLovin saw me, and I was with a guy, Don. I have to get this Don guy on our channel. He's a City fan. He's from Nigeria. He's the funniest man I've ever seen. The way he was roasting Madrid fan. So I said this. I was like, do you guys notice that the Africans are not surprised by what Mbappe has done? Because if you know as an African, this is what Africans do. They'll go away.
African. I think it's just generally people of color. So we kind of know how all these kind of games are played, especially this new generation. We just kind of know how
this is hustle. What Mbappe has done is called hustle. In my country, it's called hustle. He's finessed you. What he's done is hustle. His mom hustled you. The side from Cameroon has hustled you.
In Nigeria, Mike, we call this, Mbappe used their head. It means that he used their head. Basically, he used them to get what he wants.
Yeah, that's what you do. You use somebody to get what you want. That's basically it. Like, let me be honest with you.
That's good business, good negotiation.
It is good business. I have seen it in the past before. People will befriend the secretary so they can get to the boss, so the boss can be able to give them a promotion.
Let me tell you something, guys. Listen,
they got 2 cents, man.
The guy had Mikey and Vader. The guy had no choice now. Come on.
No.
Okay. No. Let's just think about this. He had no choice now. Seriously. Because you're Paris-born, French president calls you and talks to you about the fact that you're the face of France football. Olympics is come, we need you as a marketing tool. Emir of Qatar calls you, takes your family to Qatar, spends time with you. They pay you crazy money. What are you going to do? You're going to say no? You're gonna turn down the president of your country and another country and join Real Madrid? What are you going to do?
Listen, I don't see nothing wrong with the decision. Like, it's still good. It's a good decision he made. He's still young. If all this Madrid thing about he can always go another day. You know what I mean? But in general, he made an excellent decision. Like, I thought he would be influenced and pressure by Real Madrid. I honestly thought he was going to go to Real Madrid because I give up. I'm like, oh no, he ain't going to turn Madrid down. Impossible. There you go. The decision he made is
was that after Haaland also rejected them?
Oh yeah, after Haaland rejected them, this one I know he definitely going to Real Madrid because I'm like, Haaland reject Madrid. They're gonna go all in just to secure him. This is when I know they offer the money to match PSG. This is when I know they'll be like, hey, we missed out on Haaland. Let's get Mbappe. So I know the mama not lying.
Yeah, do you know what? Mikey, these guys still think that's slick. They told him to wait, Haaland. Oh, wait till next year. We'll sign you now. Wait till next year. We'll come call you back. As if they still have that power. What are you saying? Go ahead.
Have you seen Hamza's tweet recently with the Mbappe song?
I haven't.
Hamza is the goat, man.
I'll go see. So here is SSB Patrick and Don getting under the. Yeah, the Madrid fans were pissed off. Oh, Mikey, I'll clip it for you. They were so pissed off at us where they stopped talking about transfers. It went about Champions League, how many Champions League they have. Big up to you, Sense TV, man. Sense TV is a very good Liverpool channel. I've been on this channel before. Very good Very good banter on that channel, man. Very good banter.
Is
Get
that
your
is
get
that
your
Leicester
vibes, like,
City
yeah.
or Liverpool? They're Leicester
No,
City or Liverpool.
he's a Liverpool fan.
What?
It's they're cool, man. They're very cool. They're cool
I'm
lads.
messing with it.
There's
Good
nothing wrong
people,
with the
good people.
decision. There's a problem with the offer. You see, so there's nothing wrong with the decision. There is a problem with the offer. Do you know what, Sent? Let me be honest with you.
I want to talk
better.
about this. I want to talk about this, right? So
Yeah.
so Saint, let me explain something, right? We're in the age right now of make them an offer they cannot refuse. And Saint, if you don't make Salah an offer that he can't refuse, Salah will leave. If you don't make Mane an
Okay.
offer he can refuse, Mane will leave. That's how things run. Respect these players, pay them what they are due, or they will
Yeah.
leave.
And I think
Yeah, and let me jump in because
Yeah.
I am all for player power, and the
Yeah.
reason why I'm for player power is because the clubs, the owners had it for so long, and that's why players in the past got what they got. And you hear people like Simon Jordan saying that these players are overpaid. No, there's a
He's a
demand for
dinosaur,
them.
that guy.
There is a
Dinosaur.
market
What
for them.
dinosaur?
They get paid what they're paid. And if one club is choosing not to, choose not to exceed their pay structure or wage structure or whatever it is, if there's another club that's going to match it, then they match it. And to Carl's point, you either make an offer that exceeds or matches what that other place is, or you allow the player to go. And that's what's happening for some of these players, because I also don't want this to be missed, because we joked about, the hustle and mama agent playing both sides, but that's what you do as an agent. You get the best offer in front of the table from more than one club, more than one person, and then you choose. She did what she had to do. There was no scamming involved. It's business. And when it comes to Salah now, or when it comes to Mbappe essentially got the same deals from both, and he made his choice. In this present time, he's going to stay at PSG. If he chooses to leave in 2 years or 3 years, he leaves. But he took the offer that he wanted. He took the project that he wanted.
Right.
Salah now.
Can
Mohamed
I
Salah.
say something before you say the Salah? Let me ask you something better. So, do you think Mbappe, after, because it's a 3-year deal, right? Do you think Madrid, after what he's done to them, will welcome him with open arms? Because that Madrid fan base is toxic, and that guy Perez has got pride. Do you think they're gonna? I think it's done. I think the door is closed. Guys, I know some of you are hoping. I don't think he's going back to Madrid. I think Madrid want to welcome that because they have pride.
The question I want to ask you, Patrick.
Well, let me answer Patrick.
Okay.
I don't think they can all talk with chest, and again, they're in their feelings. They're going to say we don't want Mbappe 3 years from now. That ship sailed. If Mbappe is still playing at the level that he's playing at, if he's still the attractive player that he is, every club's going to want him. That's just and if Real Madrid is the legacy, is the heritage club that they are, they have the best in the world, and he's the best in his position, they're going to want him. So they'll have to deal with that 3 years from now when the time comes. But if they're going to be in their feelings and say, regardless of who the type of player he is in the future, they're turning their backs on him, let them choose to do that. Their rivals will pick him up if he's a star player. Another club will pick him up and then punish him when they face each other because they have his talent. That's what dictates everything. It's the talent that dictates what happens.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to ask Patrick too. And I'm like, look at it, Patrick. They always make this Galacticos signing, this name, this top player signing. So 3 to 5 years from now, who do you think is the top 5 players in the world? I would say Mbappe, Haaland, Foden, probably a Pedri or Ansu Fati or one of them other guys. They're gonna want one of these players at the club. Okay, they're gonna go all out, and Benzema is gonna retire. Benzema ain't gonna be too good in another year or two. So they're gonna be looking at option now. Who do you think they're gonna be looking at? Like this Mbappe and Madrid saga is not over. It's gonna come back again. It's gonna lapse all the way good. Like they know he have an admiration for the club since he's growing up since the Ronaldo days. So they know what's up. I don't think they're gonna be jump out of the race. No, they're gonna come back.
To Mikey and Vader's point, Patrick, let's just take out the emotion from this, right? And did Madrid fans really think that Kylian was going to leave his hometown club where he's adored, where he
Yeah, they
wants
did.
where
Yes,
France
they did.
Yeah, they
where
did. Yeah,
France.
they did.
This is the delusion, right? France won the World Cup. Kylian Mbappe was one of the stars. He's going to leave PSG when Messi's there, right? When the Neymar is there, going to pay all that money. When
Neymar.
he's the face of France to go to a Madrid that needs to be rebuilt under Ancelotti. This thing about football heritage, right? Is what we're talking about. We talk about Champions League that PSG collapsed. PSG were literally one mistake away from going through and beating Madrid in Madrid. If not for the goalkeeper, what's the foolish goalkeeper? What's his name?
Donnarumma.
Making a stupid mistake like that, which Ederson does sometimes, right? They're through. If not for City having 4 minutes of collapse, win the final. And then what happens then? Are you telling me that PSG and City won't learn from that last year and next year compete again with these two guys in their teams?
Mm-hmm.
The gap is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And at some
smaller.
point, that gap will flip in the European competitions, and those teams will still dominate. It's going to happen. You can't.
Inevitable.
You can't
And
have
the
that much
beauty-
money, right, and that much know-how to run a business and not succeed. Ultimately, it will happen.
And the beauty about this, and the reason why you hear all the the slick talk with regards to PSG, you can understand why PSG wanted and were willing to do whatever they could to keep Mbappe. He is the youngest star on that club. Neymar is on the other side of the hill, we can say. Messi is definitely on the other side of that hill. Mbappe's climbing. His trajectory is still going up in terms of a young player, right? So if they're going to invest, if they're going to place a bet on who they're going to want to keep, it's going to be him. That makes total sense. Now, in addition to that is on a business side, and I know this is more within Carl's space, on a business side, if you're going to want to be an attractive club, you have to retain your best asset. You have to keep the star to attract other stars.
Yeah.
So even if they want to say it's temporary, they tried to label Manchester City as a stepping stone, whatever they want to do. PSG now has 3 years to continue to build on what they started many years ago. Mbappe's there. Now, when it comes to meeting up in the Champions League, if it happens to be the group stage, if it happens to be in the knockout stage, if they happen to match up, oh my gosh, you can't pay for that. You can't pay for that drama.
Me.
Yeah,
Woo,
let me welcome G Certified. G Certified, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
Man, I'm good. I'm very
Yeah,
good.
man, I'm gonna give you the mic for now before I think Mike will go next. But G Certified, welcome, man. So what are your thoughts on this Mbappe story that he's staying at PSG and Madrid fans obviously crying and saying it doesn't matter, they've got 13 Champions Leagues. So what is your say on this Mbappe situation, man?
Nah, it's great news, man. It's great news seeing the Real Madrid tears. It's great to see, man. Like literally, I've been seeing on my timeline. They said they're gonna get Haaland, they're gonna get Mbappe, they're gonna get this, that. They said they got the heritage. What heritage today, man? Where's the heritage? These players are. The thing is with Real Madrid, what I think and what Mbappe, people are saying that it's money, but I honestly think that it's money, but it's more than just the money. As we've just said, French international. Yeah, he's playing in his home country. Yeah, and you're playing with. I know a lot of people are trying to say that he doesn't like playing with Messi and Neymar and all that, but you're playing that star-studded team, and Messi's going to soon even be gone anyways. So even if even if you think that he won't get his attention, I don't think Mbappe is. People say that he's all about the attention. I think the media kind of put it out there. All what I see Mbappe trying to do when he plays for PSG, he's always putting up performances, man. And the same thing with Haaland. You can have the heritage, yeah, but the heritage will only go so far. Barcelona are going to...
man, keep preaching, man. Keep preaching.
Barcelona's only going for, I don't know how long, Barcelona. That's a whole different kind of trouble. But you're looking at Manchester United at the minute. Do you think Manchester United, they were a big club as well? They were at the very similar level, Liverpool's. And in those times when they had Gerrard, the Hippiers, the Alonsos, did you see them calling for? Did you see Ronaldo go in there? Even because they had heritage, even if they had heritage, did you see Ronaldo go at Liverpool? Even when they had 6 Champions Leagues, 18 league titles, the only player that I remember that during that era was maybe Xabi Alonso. But apart from that was it. Maybe Fernando Torres. But you don't expect these guys. And Fabrizio Romano just tweeted it. He said something about Haaland saying that Manchester City felt different. these sporting projects make you feel are different, man. You can have the UCL's heritage, but when you're sitting to these board members and you're talking to Chiki or Sariano or Caldoun, the owners of the club, and you're facing them face to face, and they're telling you, this is where I want the club to be in a few years. I want to make you part of this. I want to make you the striker. It's about building. Yeah, it's about building.
Certified. There's a word that Guardiola always uses, and even Pochettino uses, right? It's this word called seduce. Okay, now we're men, right? And we know what the word seduction, even what the word seduction means, right? He says we have to seduce the players to come here, right? They seduce me. That's what these guys have done. Soriano, Begiristain, and even El Kavili, they seduce these players to come to these clubs, make them an offer that they cannot refuse. I mean, how do you compete with that? Right? It's money. We got the money, right? They got the money. The project, they got the project. It's all those things wrapped around to convince them to come. And players in the future will now say, okay, if Mbappe is going to PSG and Haaland's going to Madrid, maybe, just maybe, I need to go join these guys, man. Maybe I don't have to go to Madrid. Look at Ferran Torres, right? Ferran Torres goes to Barcelona. He may be out next season if somebody goes in there. Look at Eric Garcia, right? Eric Garcia goes to Barcelona. Can't even start, he's going to end up in Getafe or something. Yeah, seriously.
It's also
look at baby oil mama. What's his name again? Our friend Traore, right?
That's Patrick Guy.
Yes, they're going to send him back to Wolves. He's going back to Wolves. Luke de Jong goes to Barcelona. He's going back to wherever. They're going to kick him out.
What if maybe Madrid should start looking at Adama? Maybe Adama will help them. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You'll be taking Adama. So look, let's move on to this, guys. I know we are all excited. Let me just read this. It says the distribution of TV. Yeah, they were getting a lot of money and the others were not getting. Look, guys, there's a lot of comments. But we've a lot of stuff to talk about. Thank you for the comments, guys. I appreciate it, and thank you for being with us. Okay, so Mr. Adam is back. So let's talk about that letter. I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. I don't know if it's been. I'm just going to look for Fab. It doesn't matter to find it, but let's talk about the letter as I'm looking for the letter. What do you guys think about that? I'll start with you, Adam, because you've just come back. What do you think about that letter? Do you think that's necessary? Do you think that's is that just being a sore loser? You know what I mean? That's not sportsmanship. So talk about that letter, Adam. Go ahead. The mic is yours. Adam said he's back. So look, we're gonna pass the mic over to Mike. Mike, go ahead. Talk about that letter.
You ever you work in a huge staff and you have this one worker who complains about everything. The temperature is cold. Why everybody talking? Bruh, you see the president of La Liga. This guy is the most miserable. He got a wife. Because, my God, this guy complains about every damn thing, fam. Sorry for my language, but my God.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Our pussy's probably expired.
But, I don't know. I think he has a problem with... I don't think he wants other clubs to be as successful as Madrid. You know what I mean? I think he wants all powers to stay in Madrid, stay in Spain, stay in La Liga. They want to attract the best players. But listen, it's life. Generational changes, stuff happens. You gotta understand the like of Foden and De Bruyne and Haaland being at Manchester City. That means that this younger generation growing up who admire these players, 15, 20 years from now, you know where they're going to go? Manchester City. Just like how Mbappe talks about Madrid when he was a kid. It's the same thing. So now you're not the only pulling force in world football. You know what I mean? There's other aspects, other things that pull out the players, and I think this is the issue. They're very selfish, and they're just not getting it. Like, they got to give up now. Like, stuff changing. The weather's changing. We got climate change. They need to understand stuff change. They didn't just get with it.
Mikey, you know the funny part? I can guarantee now, the viewership, for the Serie A, it is much more higher than the what was it? The La Liga. I could bet you any money now. We could search it up,
Serie A?
and Yeah, the
You
viewership for
think so?
Serie A. Yeah, Mikey, check it please, because I'm sure of it that look how competitive it is now. I'm sure of it
Yeah,
that the
there's
Serie A, the
who
viewership is
is in
better.
La Liga? Who who is in La Liga? I mean, different from the loyal fans that watch La Liga. Because I used to watch La Liga and Serie A before I even started watching the Premier League. But what I'm saying is, who in La Liga right now that attracts for me to get up on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning and be like, you know what? Let me turn my TV on to go see. Like, I don't even want to watch the El
Obama,
Clasico.
Obama.
So, Patrick, I read the letter, right? And when I read the letter, right,
Yeah.
there are a couple of things from the letter that just made me laugh. They talk about PSG being a scandalous club with losses over 700 million,
Propaganda.
right? They talk about the fact that El Khalifi is on the board of UEFA. They say that PSG have broken financial fair play. They complain about the fact that CAS overturned the financial fair play accusation against them. They say that PSG what PSG did is like unacceptable, with unacceptable salary masses. They talk about all these things. When they were buying all the players from England, Ronaldo and all these guys, they don't remember that one. They don't remember when the state of Spain was bailing them out. They don't remember that one. When Barcelona,
They don't. Yeah.
yeah, they don't remember that one. And now they're complaining. I write a letter to UEFA. The person who's going to receive the letter from UEFA is going to be Al Khalifi. He's going to throw the letter in the trash can.
Yeah.
They write it to
Yeah.
FIFA. Hold on, they write it to FIFA. FIFA is the one who gave Qatar the World Cup. Right? What are they going to do with that letter? Trash can.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask. We've just been laughing at the letter. Maybe Veta will have an answer for this. What is this letter going to achieve? What is it going to achieve? Maybe I don't know. I don't know about politics, about this football stuff. Yeah, Doug, thank you very much. He says hello to the panel. Patrick, he says hello to the panel and everything. Thank you, Doug, man. Good guy, Doug, as always. Veta, what is it going to achieve? What's this letter going to achieve? Is it powerful? Is it because it's been written by La Liga? Because I'm pretty sure Liga can come out and also say F you too. You know what I mean? So, is this the beginning of the Super League? Let's not forget PSG never joined the Super League, and these guys joined. Is UEFA going to pardon people like Madrid who were in the Super League? You go ahead, Veda.
Yeah,
What do you think this is
So
going to achieve? This letter.
this letter, and I'm going to keep the theme with Carl and The Godfather, right? This is two families. They've been doing their thing. One family happens to be more successful. One family happens to, get a deal through that the other one didn't, and now that family's snitching. This letter is just a snitch to bring eyes. Sorry for the noise. This letter is just a snitch. It's someone that's crying and trying to bring eyes to someone that's doing business better than them right now. Someone that's attracting the players that they wanted. There's another competitor in town. So that's all that this letter is. It's actually pretty sad, and we've kind of seen this in the past, whether they've done it through letters or done it through interviews. But listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say PSG's clean. I would never sit here and say Real Madrid's clean. They're all doing what they do in the sport. This letter is pathetic. And with regards to the super team or the super league that was trying to be put together just a year ago, Real Madrid, its president, its leaders were pushing it heavily. And the reason why is because of greed, and it was also to minimize, actually eliminate jeopardy, right? It was an attempt to have the field set, us competing against.
I think he's gone. I think
We
he's
lost.
gone.
What happened?
Yeah, can I
We
say
lost.
something as well? You know what
This, go
is he
ahead.
there? Go ahead, Veta. I'll say after
I
you.
was
Go
just going
ahead.
to say, the Super League can get thrown to the bin. If there's no jeopardy, I don't want it. And unfortunately, the more American model, unfortunately, this idea is going to keep coming in a different iteration over and over again. It's up to the fans to want to keep the purity and jeopardy within the sport, because that's what you need in terms of having the best competitive value. There's that. And then also, if we as clubs are going to feel any ways about a Real Madrid not getting the player that they want, you need to check yourself, because they didn't care anything about a Manchester City or a Manchester United or Liverpool or any of the clubs that they were poaching from back in the day. They could care less.
You know, as you mentioned the Super League, I want to ask y'all. I'm trying to wrap my mind around the new formation, like the new format. Sorry, I I'm confused. Like, what's happening now with the
Yeah,
new format?
yeah,
Put it in a better perspective for me so I can understand, because I don't see
yeah.
the
Can I
difference
just
between it and the Super League. Like, what's the
The-
You
difference?
mean the
can I
new
just say
UEFA
can I
Champions
just
League
say
format?
something?
Is
Like,
that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
what's the
Can
new
I say
format
something?
for the 2025 season?
I'll
Like,
explain.
Can
I'll
I say
explain.
something quickly on what Veta said? You know what the funny part is, what Veta said is that you know who we should thank for who gave us a warning, but we didn't listen to, like, I think several years before this Super League even started. Yeah, you know who we should be thanking. Yeah, because he himself, yeah, warned us and said, listen, these La Liga sides and these Serie A sides, what they are is they're jealous of the Premier League and will try and bring the Premier League down with them. And you know who that person was? Yeah, when I watched that interview, you know who that was? That was Arsenal Wenger. I don't know what the interview was, but he said that. Yeah. When I watched that interview, yeah, as much as I called him a failure, I have to give him respect. He was the one person that warned us several years, and this man saw it coming. And then when it did happen, he said, "Oh, I told you so." Because
Yeah.
these are, yeah, they have the jealousy. So I gotta put my hands up and give the biggest respect, yeah, and the biggest thank you to Arsenal Wenger.
So let me talk about the new UEFA Champions League format. Let me just read out what it say. Okay, UEFA have approved the new Champions League format, Europa League, and from 2024-25 onwards, right? All right. The total number of teams will go from 32 right now to 36, right? Each team, so it's going to be one group of 36 teams. Each team plays 8 league games, 4 at home, 4 away. The top 8 sides automatically qualify for the knockout rounds. That's round of 16, right? The bottom 8 sides, right, will play a knockout round. So top 8 go automatically to the round of 16. Then the
Okay.
bottom 8 will do a playoff, right, to fill the next group. And
the
so
next
then
eight.
for the next, and then from then on it'll be knockout. Let me see what else they're saying. Now I heard that what they're also going to do is that they're going to have, like, if you're a top seed in the top 8, you get to play the lowest team in the bottom, something like that. So let's say number 1, who finished top of the league, may play number 16. Number 2 may play number 14. Number 3 may play number 13. That way, that's what they're going to end up doing. So there will be no more draws
What, in your own league or in the league format that they're doing?
in the
The
league
league
format. So
format.
no more
Ah,
groups. So no more groups like the group stage where you have, like, 32 teams, 8 groups with 4 teams each. It's going to be just one big table of 36 teams.
ah,
Yeah, and then the top is, let me see, one big group of 36 teams. The top 8 will go. The bottom will qualify for the next round. Then the bottom 8 will play knockout games, qualifying games to join the round of 16, and then that's how it's going to play.
Yeah,
From round of
that's
okay.
the part that's the part I'm not getting. Okay, the first 8 gone through. So
Same here.
who the next 8 play against? Themselves, or
I don't know.
the last 16?
No.
If you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. No. So I think it is kind of confusing. I think that the top 8 automatically move,
Yep,
but I
we get
Yeah,
that
but I
part.
but I think it's actually 16
Yeah.
yeah.
that play amongst each other, and then the best 8 out of that 16
Yes.
now move
Goes
into,
to the
yeah,
the
now go
round of
to the
Ah,
16.
other 8.
Right. Correct.
So
Sorry.
it's
Okay,
yeah.
it's an
okay.
it's an effort to get more of the clubs playing against each other, right? So you don't just
Big
have a
showdown.
group stage, or you don't just have a knockout stage where you may have, like, some of the best clubs in the
Yeah.
world facing each other. There'll be more of that type, more moments like that. Um,
So
uh,
the next question I want to ask, I want to throw in, because I'm really trying to wrap my mind. If it's 36 teams, how is it? So all right, let's say Manchester City playing, we play 8 games, right?
Yes.
So who are the 8 we play against? Because if it's just a
no,
table,
I don't
Yeah,
think it's 8 games. I thought it was 8 teams. We play 8 teams, home and
no,
away.
in the group stage. In the group stage, it's one big table of 36
Okay,
teams. Right?
okay. So
We
one
get
big table of 36 teams.
right.
You play 4 away and 4 at home. That's 8
Correct.
games you play.
Correct.
So that means City won't be playing all the teams.
Correct.
So like if it's a one big table, look at the Premier League. You play every team
Right. But
home
this
and
way,
away.
Yeah, twice.
you won't play every team this week. You play based on coefficient. So City have a
based
great
on
coefficient.
okay.
Right. They have a great coefficient now, so they have probably picked somebody who's kind of lower in the table because they have a better coefficient.
So makes
So basically, it's just the Super League, but bullied. Certified. Do you want to say anything on this? There's a comment here that letter is embarrassing by Doug, and then Adam Wenger is a clown. Okay, Certified. Do you want to say anything on this new UEFA structure?
Yeah, first of all, on the UEFA live thing, man. When I seen the live, man, I just laughed, man. I thought, I had to check. I had to put some glasses on just to make sure that I was reading it properly. Man, I was like, they're reporting over PSG keeping their own player. When does this ever happen? That's like us literally signing Kevin De Bruyne for further years, and then they wanted to report that we've signed him for further years. It's a madness, absolutely embarrassing. And you know why? It's because they feel the heat on the league, and they know that league is going down. They know ever since Messi and Ronaldo left, it's not going to be the same. So they're trying just to make as much money. But as for the whole format, UEFA format, again, UEFA they're just in the mud. Like, why change? Why change the format into this league? 8 games. Now we're gonna have to the League Cup has to go. Like the League Cup will have to, or one of the domestic trophies. You cannot play the League Cup plus 8 games in Europe. You cannot do it.
Yeah,
it's nonsense.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So
it's money. That's why it's money. It's all about money. It's money.
About money. Nobody's talking about the players. When Ericsson. I remember when Ericsson and players were getting heart attacks on the pitch and stuff. Yeah. And they were like, "Oh yeah, why is this happening?" I think that personally, one of the reasons why players are getting more cardiac problems and all this, literally because they're playing every week. Every week they're playing. They're coming out again. You're adding more competitions. You're adding a World Cup in the winter, and then they're coming back. They'll have to return from the World Cup to finish the season. It's absolutely.
It's like look at Pedri. I think last season Pedri played almost 60 games. 60 games just in one calendar season. That was for Spain, Barcelona.
60.
That's crazy.
Bro,
I think it's more than 60, but I saw
and that's why, because I had one City fan saying that I had a City fan saying that what's the problem with the medical stuff? I said to them, listen, it's not the medical stuff. You can't blame the training staff or the medical stuff. These players are humans at the end of the day. They're playing the FA Cup, they're playing this international break. All of this, at the end of the day, these players are human beings. They're going to end up coming injured. So either way, it's out of the hands of the medical staff and the trainers. You can't do nothing,
And I don't know.
Like I said before, when it comes to the Super League, people was talking about it and listen, bring the Super League. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. If UEFA going to act like this, they need somebody to keep them on their feet. Bring the Super League. If somebody can explain to me the difference, because UEFA is really greedy right now.
The only difference, Mikey, is that it's not closed anymore, so you can still qualify from Premier League. Right?
Yeah.
The top 4 goes to the Champions League. Super League, it was closed, so no one can come in unless you're invited. That's the only difference.
Another thing that I hate with this new format, new model, is they talked about coefficient in terms of league play, and I guess historic performance within Europe. So I don't like the idea of now 8 teams possibly in the EPL, or 5 teams in the EPL and possibly 5 teams in La Liga could qualify for Champions League. That's where I don't like where this is going, because again, if you're grandfathering,
so they've thrown out the coefficient qualification thing. They've taken that out. That's no longer available.
Okay.
The coefficient comes into play
but there have been 5 Premier League teams in the Champions League before, right?
No, only 4.
No, but they want to change it to 5.
You sure?
Yeah, only 4.
No, because that's
what City Unite. I thought we had Champions League one time. No,
only if you win the Champions League or Europa League. Yes, 5.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
If
not
Okay.
if,
if if you if you had happened to win it the year before, but you finished outside of the top four in
yeah,
that season,
There you go in.
then
Yeah.
yeah, you go in. So yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
five
think that
could go
happened
in.
that season with Liverpool when they won, and then they had
yeah.
the extra
Yeah,
English team inside. Okay.
yeah, I think
Okay.
you're right. I think you're right. Yeah,
But
So
now I
looking at
saw some
I got to
reports that they
bounce,
want to
but
introduce.
Rachel as always.
No, I saw some reports that they are wanting to introduce five Champions League places for the English teams.
So what's
so
gonna
so
happen
Mikey,
next?
let me read from UEFA's
I
website,
don't know,
right?
man.
So
Okay.
it's 36 teams in one group.
Uh
Okay.
huh.
The top 8 teams will advance automatically to the round of 16. Everybody
Okay.
plays 4 games at home and 4 games away, right?
Okay.
The teams from 9th to 24 will enter a playoff round. Those who finish between 9 and 16 will be
Oh,
seeded in the playoff draw, meaning they will face a team played in 17-24. It's crazy, man. So many
I
teams
games.
got
from 9 to
Carl.
24 to go in the playoff. Okay, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
Yeah.
I got a question for Carl and Gondoloran and G Certified. Who do you think this format suits the most? Who do you think will benefit the most from this format?
The German
Well,
clubs.
I mean, right now, I like the current format because it means that City will always kind of get through because it's easy, right? We have a group of 4, City and
Uh-huh.
somebody else. You win one game, you draw one game, you're basically through. Now, with
Yeah,
this one, now, if you get drawn against Liverpool, Chelsea, Madrid, and somebody else, now you have to play these 14. Now, they'll probably use coefficient to kind of spread that out, but you could run the risk, man. I'm not qualifying for the next round. And they're also competing in your local league as well.
Yeah, I think
It's,
honestly, as you were just saying there, good Lord, I think it will benefit the English teams a lot because of the league
yeah,
format. I
yeah.
think that will benefit the English teams, Man City especially. You know, if you're good in the league, you're gonna like this. But obviously, the level of competition, as good Lord, as you've just said with Liverpool, Chelsea, Bayern in one group, it's a lot. It's a lot of handle, man.
Yeah. So you know how now I expect what UEFA will do, right? I mean, it's going to be crazy, man, because if you have a group of
Wow.
36 and anybody can play anyone,
Mm-hmm.
that means that City can play Liverpool, can play Bayern,
Uh-huh.
can play
Mm-hmm.
PSG or Atleti in the same Champions League group stage.
Yeah,
That's
you take away that spice from the league. You take away you know the ecstasy that comes after the round of 16. You take
yeah,
away the
yeah.
thrill. You know what I mean?
that's
Like I feel
crazy,
like we're
man.
being robbed. like you take that away from us. Like no, we go like oh
But no,
man,
that's expected from the UEFA, whom are trying their best to basically just suck up to these big clubs. They want to do everything just to please the big clubs.
You know what these guys have done, right? It's similar to what happens in the MLS, where you
yeah,
have kind of the East and the West region, but ultimately
yeah.
you look at the whole, so you have to play everyone and then you qualify for the next round. So you don't qualify for the knockout stage until you played a certain number of games based on your coefficient.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what these guys are doing, man. It's all about money.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
all,
money.
which is why the 5 substitutions has to come in play because
Yeah.
the Premier League can't afford to have 3 subs and playing all these games. Just doesn't make any sense.
I hope the Premier League. I pray to God the Premier League don't come next season be like because no we have what 18 teams, 20. They gonna have 2 more and 2 more extra games. Come on.
Yeah, the Carabao Cup will probably die at some point.
Yeah, they're gonna kill it off.
Like look at France. I think in France, their version of I think it was the League Cup. They got rid of that. They scrapped that.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah,
So what? That's what I'm saying. So the FA should do the same thing and get rid of it. You know?
Yeah,
no,
it's
you
gone.
got to. You got to because at the end of the day, right? I understand other teams, the lower teams especially, get some sort of financial income probably from the game and helps the grassroots. But at the end of the day, listen, we can't be having if you're playing in this new format. Let's say you're Kevin De Bruyne or you're an important player or you're a goalkeeper like Edison, or you're Alex. You expect these guys to go World Cups in winter, then coming back for the Carabao Cup,
It's
then you want them to play
crazy.
FA Cup, League,
It's crazy.
Champions League.
All right,
And then
since we are here, when you finish, I got something to say.
no, that was just it. Then you got that, and then you expect them to come back again for the Euros. The Euros is coming around the corner. Euro qualifiers. Then you want them to play in that. Then you want them to play in Nations League. Then you want
Yeah.
literally. What did they do? Like literally, the Nations League is literally this summer. Then
Nonsense.
you,
That's
It's too
why
much.
I've said G certified. Don't be surprised if from these big teams, if you see several of their big players coming back with serious injuries, because these players, at the end of the day, yes, they're footballers, but they are human at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
You guys seen Pep's comments?
About
Not yet. Can you put it up on the screen, please?
Where he was saying, let me read it. He talks about his energy levels. He says he wants to be here. He says that there will be new players at the end of the season. The competition itself will bring energies. He's expecting new players. So Haaland is not going to be the only one coming in, guys. Bring in Cucurella, bring in Calvin Phillips, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah. All right. So I'm not trying to stray from the topic. I was trying, since we are here, more ideas. All right. So what I want to ask about La Mesa, the Barcelona facility that,
La Masia, yeah?
yeah. Okay. They only target the little kids, right? And they grow them and form them into how they want them to play in the first team.
Yeah.
So what I want to say, Barcelona B is what? They're playing the championship of the Premier League, right?
Correct.
I think that's their reserve
So
team, basically, something like that.
so what I want to know is basically, because in La Liga, team get relegated and team gets promoted, right?
Yes.
So Barcelona B, if they win, they don't get promoted.
They don't get promoted, no.
All
No,
right. So what I want to ask is Premier League. I know Pep Guardiola suggested it, like especially like City to get a, like a Manchester City B in the championship. If you get what I'm saying. What would this do for all these competition that we have going on? What do you think? You think it will make a difference? Get
If we
players
have
ready,
like a Man City B in the championship,
like in the
Yeah.
championship, and change the rules, or even a Liverpool B or a Chelsea B or whatever.
I think
It
it
would be
does.
unfair to the other teams or the other.
No, because I think
No?
what it does, I think it raises the game of everybody, right? Because
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
all of a sudden, this guy Delap is playing
Uh-huh.
against championship players. He's getting game time. He's learning how to be a man, right? We have McAtee playing that. So all of a sudden, they have real competition in real stadiums, right? Against tough guys. And when we see them playing, we say, hey, why isn't Delap playing? If Delap is scoring 40 goals against championship teams.
Why
don't we
move
get
to
him in the first team?
move to the first team?
Exactly. But when he's playing against the academy team and he's scoring 20 goals and he's kind of walking around, yeah, we're like, okay, good. But he's playing against the big boys in the championship. Why not? For me, I think it's a
because I
good
was
idea.
thinking about it, and I'm thinking about the workload in general with all these extra games coming in. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna say this today. I won't be surprised the next season or two they're gonna crack the Carabao Cup and put more team into the Premier League, expand more games. So instead of having a 38 game season, we're probably gonna have a 40 or 44 with two extra teams in the Premier League. To facilitate the game time and the cover. Like, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
It won't surprise me, man. Money drives behavior, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's too many
They
games.
used to have,
Go ahead,
it used to be that the league, like literally, bro, the league used to be like I think it was like 42 games a season. Like, it used to be crazy. Like, there was like 20 plus teams at one point. But then they were like, no, we can't do this. What I'm saying here is don't make it complicated. Don't just, the whole idea of adding more teams. Don't do that. Just play, literally, considering the
I
amount
agree
of
with you.
make it more special. It's more special. The teams that get to come up, they get promoted. They feel much more like it's 20. We're part of the 20. Don't change it, man. Because then when it gets complicated, then you're asking for more. Then you're asking the people that are going to the stadium to spend more money. Then you're gonna ask for the more workload. Then you're asking the players to play another 4 extra games home and away.
Certified. I'll tell you the solution to it, man. I'm telling you the solution, right? Right. First, 5 subs is one step. They're gonna go stack players, man. Because you know how the NFL is, where you have like 52 players.
Yep.
right? Look, there's gonna be so much money in this game right now. Teams are just gonna stack players, and they're gonna pay them buku money, right? That's what.
Look at Chelsea. Look at Chelsea. How many players they have out on loan? Chelsea have a lot of players. With Chelsea,
they have tons. Tons.
Chelsea could probably make maybe 3 or even 4 teams with the amount of players that they have out on loan.
It's. I mean, what football is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's amazing times. So, guys, do we have anything else, any topic, or we can just save it for the stream at 3 p.m. tomorrow?
I can't wait till tomorrow, man. Let's just
match
tomorrow.
preview
I
and match
want
reaction.
tomorrow, man.
What time is the game time? What time is the game time tomorrow? What
4
time?
p.m.
4
4
o'clock.
p.m. UK time. So we're going to do
what
1
time
hour
all the
before.
games? Hey, Carl, what time all the games kick off?
Yeah, 4 o'clock, all of them.
That's
I think that's
10
one
o'clock
of
your
American
time.
time now.
10 o'clock your time. 10
What time?
10 in the morning, Mikey.
10. So that means you're on the live at 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
That 25 million for Kevin Phillips is looking yummy tomorrow. The
How much?
owners are changing.
25 million apparently. He has a release clause. If they get relegated, he has a 25 million release clause in his contract.
Oh yeah, the Moseko.
Hey, Mikey,
Do you remember that show that we did about 6 months ago on
Wait. Martin, are you going tomorrow? Are you going tomorrow? Are you going to the stadium tomorrow, Martin?
Mikey, that's why. Hey, that's why I'm praying. Yeah, that Leeds they get relegated so we can get him for cheap.
We did a show. We did a show certified on defensive midfielders, right? And we spent about maybe an hour or 2 hours. Me, Patrick, Adam, and Mikey, right? We actually looked at all the data. We looked at scientific data, right?
Guy.
And the person who fits Fernandinho the best is literally a clone for Fernandinho. Is Calvin Phillips in every dimension for the 5 dimensions of the game. He fits him perfectly. Tactically, defensively, offensively, defensively, in creativity, 100% match. In fact, Patrick, I'll share you the link. I'll show you the screenshot that I took for that game. We looked at every single. We looked at Bissouma, Frankie De Jong. We looked at Declan Rice. We looked at Chouameni. We looked at how many? We looked at like 10.
We looked at quite a few of them. We looked at a couple of defensive players that day.
And the one that we picked the most was Calvin Phillips. And we looked at Kane and Haaland, and we liked Haaland. Now, there's one guy that we've seen that I absolutely am excited about, Martin. It's Cucurella. A Cucurella guy.
I haven't looked at him yet.
I
haven't looked at him.
Yeah.
Carl, I'm slowly but gradually getting convinced with Cucurella.
Man, I'm telling you, watch that kid, man.
Now, you know what it is, Phillips, right? Is that he honestly, he kind of reminds me like Declan Rice a little bit, but the only difference is like they're very similar. Like when I watch them for England, you actually think that they're twins on the pitch, the way they play. Like the way they play is very similar. It's just that Leeds, the way Bielsa set them up, it makes them look like they've got no defense. Like it's just everybody slaps Leeds and that's it. But when you actually look at what he does, like Mark Phillips, they're even in a worse position, like, and that's partly the reason I think he was even injured, and I think that's one of the reasons why I think Leeds will probably get relegated tomorrow. So, listen, I'll get Phillips.
Let me ask you a question, right? Do you think that Rodri or Declan Rice can play man-to-man 4-1-4-1 Bielsa system as a single DM?
Oh no.
Thank you.
Absolutely not.
Rice can't do that.
We've seen Rodri play as when he first came into the league, 1920, and he was like alone, and we didn't really play that double pivot that we're doing now with Bernardo. And Rodri came in, and it was like there was a gap between the defense and the attack. It was like he was playing Kevin De Bruyne's position. So in Leeds, I don't even want to know what would happen, but most players like Fabinho would probably struggle there. A lot of big players, and Didi would struggle there. The only player that might like that system is Kante because he covers the pitch, but even Kante, even he, I think, would struggle a little bit. So playing in that system, the way Bielsa sets them up, is ridiculous, man. But Cucurella, though, that left back that we could be signing out. Mate.
Did you see his interview though, people? Before you get a bit excited, so he did an interview. It's on Twitter. I'll look for the full interview, but I just saw a few clips. He was saying they asked him that you've been connected to Man City. He refuse. He said, being connected to such a quality team is like an honor or is something great. It means I'm doing very well. I'm playing very well. But I'm happy to be here. That's how he ended.
Patrick, what do you want him to say?
Patrick, you know he go. Come on, Patrick. You ain't gonna disrespect the club, though. Yeah?
Of course not gonna disrespect the club.
Yeah.
No, Patrick. No, Patrick. Patrick, what you should look out for tomorrow is Brighton playing at home or away tomorrow.
I'm not sure.
I think check because I think they. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna check. I'll come back. Wait.
Brighton are playing at home tomorrow. Watch Cucurella. Let's see what he does. If he says goodbye to the fans, then you know he's gone.
Yeah, can I shout out? Can I just wait, Mike? Can I just shout out at what Charlie and Martin are saying? What Charlie and Martin are saying is great. Martin says he was telling Charlie that it's good to go to the game at 2 p.m. to greet the bus and flood the streets like a Champions League night, which is great because doing that, like like some of us we can't be there, but the locals, if you're watching, you really have to. If you can make it, it would be great for you to do an atmosphere as if it's the. Do you remember the second Champions League, the one we played against Liverpool, even though we lost? Oh, that was amazing. I remember I saw it on TV. The bus was welcomed and everywhere was blue. Those blue flares everywhere. Like, make the environment hostile. Like, trust me, beating Aston Villa will not just take the courage of the players. If you make the atmosphere hostile, it's hard. Like, I used to play football when I was young, and we went to some local school. It was some charity school. It was called SOS. Their ground was so close to their stands were so close to the stadium. When you're playing, you could feel like as if like, oh my god. Like, I remember there was a point where somebody kicked the ball to me, just a small pass. I was so much rattled. The ball went underneath my foot. Like, when there's an atmosphere, oh my god, I remember I missed the open chance to tap in like Raheem. I missed it.
Patrick,
so make the atmosphere hostile. Go ahead.
Brighton are playing home tomorrow.
Carl, yeah, they are playing at home tomorrow
Against West Ham.
Yeah.
Also, if you see him clapping hands at the end, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, so go ahead, Mike. You're about to say something. Yeah. So big up to you, Charlie and Martin and whoever is going to the game. Big up to you guys for going at 2 p.m. to go wait for the bus, greeting and everything. Make sure they see blue. Go ahead, Mike.
I don't know. I'm good. I was just gonna talk about the career. I think I don't know. I think he gonna come. Like, come on, it's Brighton. Brighton ain't gonna play Champions League football next season. If City approach him, he coming.
Yeah, he's coming.
I agree, man. Mike just hit the nail on the head. I think Cucurella, I know he said that obviously he's happy here, but how many times have we heard that we're happy, we want to stay?
Do you remember
Like,
Grealish, when he signed even with his dog at Aston Villa, he even had his dog and said, I love this club, I'm here to stay forever. Fabian Delph, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Look at him now. Is he staying at the
They all
club?
say the same.
No, but you know what it is, man. I think as for the atmosphere, there's no doubt in my mind. The way that I've seen the fans, what the fans have been saying, I've been speaking to the fans, are going them up. The way that they're talking about it, they're up for the match. So I know that atmosphere is going to be rocking, and I think that what makes it even better is that it's the final day of the season, and it's for a title. You know, it's not just like the
Walker and Stones are back. Hopefully they'll play.
Walker Stone's back. Haaland apparently is at the stadium. This first game that we've signed Haaland, we've just set the new T-shirt. We've got that coming out. There's a lot of excitement at the club at the minute. You know, Mbappe is done what he's done, and so there's a lot of excitement, and the club.
There's a lot of narratives that have to go through tomorrow.
Apparently,
have you seen what?
Apparently, he's also going to be presented tomorrow as well. Haaland.
Is it true he's going to be at the stadium?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, technically he can because July 1st is the day of the contract, right? So technically he can't. He's not supposed to do that. But we know. Have you seen Karim Benzema's Instagram?
No.
Man, this is popping off, man. So basically, Karim Benzema puts on Instagram a picture of Tupac with the guy who betrayed him.
These guys are kids, man. These Madrid players are kids.
No, look at who was it? I think Valverde or someone like that.
Rodrigo and Vinicius also did the same.
One of them said, to be a Madrid player, it means a lot. It's not for everybody. When I saw that, I started laughing.
Instagram right now.
Okay, so guys, look, we're gonna close it here. We can
just
keep
send you
more
the
fire
tweet.
for
I just sent
tomorrow.
you the tweet.
Yeah, we can keep more fire for. So thank you, G75. Thank you, Veta. Thank you, Mikey. I saw that. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you. Wait, Mikey, show it again. Yeah, give me this.
Hold on. There we go.
Come on, guys. This is a bit petty, isn't it? It's a bit petty.
That's big petty.
That's petty, man. That's petty for the next level. Anyway, thank you, Carl, man. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 3. We can start off the show. show everything. Obviously, that's happening and get excited. You never know, guys. I might keep the camera on and do a watch along tomorrow.
Oh man, you're
Oh,
courageous, man. You're courageous.
So I might do that. You never know. I might do that. So guys, see you tomorrow, man. Thank you for being here,
you
Marty,
know what we should
Daniel,
do tomorrow?
Charlie. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what we should do? We should get Martin to get some videos for us from
Yeah.
just before the game.
I think he's gonna be doing that for his own vlog, Adam.
Yeah,
He's gonna vlog and he's gonna channel. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be doing
yeah,
that. If he's nice enough to share, maybe. Anyway, guys, thank you
yeah.
very much. Have a great night. Enjoy your evening, guys. You enjoy your Saturday. Appreciate it. This was a special edition of Football and Chill. A lot of people DM me and say, when are you getting on? That's why I said, oh, we're gonna do one day. So thank you for your support, guys. Subscribe to the channel, like the vid, subscribe to Pitch Point, subscribe to Villa Games. Follow Mikey, G Certified, and Adam on Twitter. Adam has got his spicy spaces. Sometimes he'll do them at 3 a.m. I don't know what he's doing at 3 a.m. But anyway, that's too spicy and interesting. But see you guys. Big up to you, man.
Big up.
And we have to be happy that Mbappe and Haaland have decided to choose Oyo FC instead of Legacy FC. Go on. Oh, Charlie, Charlie, if you send me some videos, that'll be fine, Charlie. I would appreciate that, Charlie. So,
You know, Patrick, I might as well just go buy myself a Range Rover that drinks a lot of petrol and just fill up the thing.
okay, Charlie, man, I appreciate it, Charlie. If you send me videos, Charlie, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Charlie. Thank you, everybody, man. Have a great evening.